It's time for laughs, it's time for fun, it's time to learn for everyone at Nana's Cooking Craft Corner.
Hello my little cupcakes, and welcome back to Nana's Cooking Craft Corner. And on this video I got this special little item we're going to make out of tin cans. My little snowman, getting ready for Christmas. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start off with tin cans. I have 3 different sizes. Right here, a big one, a short fat one, and a little one, which I'm going to use. I've already glued this on. I'm going to use E6000. I'm going to start out with that, and this is really good bonding for metal, and I use it on metal and plastic and different things. So this worked out good. I'm going to show you. I glued this on and centered it the best I could. All right, and then I glued this one's already attached, and I already glued it onto cardboard. So you're going to sit there and take the scissors and cut around it after it's dried, and it takes about 24 hours to dry. It takes overnight. I had to do this. All right, so then I used a spray can of white, and I sprayed all over the tin can, all 3, after it was glued over 24 hours. So I'm going to show you a swap out what I did, and it looks like this. And I painted the whole thing. It just looks nice and classy and clean because I didn't want an open bottom. So you can see what it looks like. All right. So what we're going to do next, you're going to start from the top to the bottom, I guess. And so we're going to stop doing the eyes first. So I have all my stuff over here. I have a set of googly eyes, and we're going to put them somewhere in here. But what you need is the E6000 really is good. It holds it on good and bonds it, but it'll slide off. So you need the glue gun putting to the back, so it'll hold it in place until that glue dries. While I'm waiting for that, what I'm going to do is I'll do the nose. And I used polymer clay for the nose. And we're going to shape it, as you can see as I do it, into like a carrot. And then it'll be, let's do this. I'm going to shape it into a carrot by rolling it. All right, and then you can point it whatever way you want, direction you want. And then I'm just going to cut a little bit of the bottom off because it's too long. So you're going to roughly, you want it that big, the nose. So I'm going to design it. You can go straight, whatever way you want, but I think it kind of looks cute with a curve and a point. And then I'm going to take my needle tool and I'm going to make lines in it like a carrot has, all over the place. I'm going to smooth it out a little bit with my fingers after. Lines, because carrots have lines all over in misdirections. And it looks pretty good. And we just kind of put it up here, make it a little flat. Now I'm going to put this and bake it in the oven. And you bake it towards whatever, this is polymer clay, but whatever clay you're using, just follow the baking instructions on the package. So right now I'm going to put this in and get it cooked, so it's ready for you to continue on with the craft. So I'm going to use this E6000. This will hold it on really good. But to hold it in place, I use a touch of glue stick, and be careful because this is extremely high. Just a touch. And we're going to put this, right about here. We'll put it there. Because we have a hat coming, it's going to come down right about here. So we'll do this one, and then I'm going to do the same for the other eye. Like I said, this glue will take 24 hours to dry, so we're going to put that on there. There we go. So I'm just waiting for the rest of the nose to dry. We're going to go continue on, and we're going to do some of the buttons. I hope she did. So it doesn't matter which kinds. I kind of picked these ones out for the green, and then I'm going to put these bigger ones for the bottom. This I'm going to go right here somewhere in the center, like that. Move it over a bit. Okay, we're going to do this right here. Put some more. Connect it with the hot glue. Like I said, if you use the E6000 by itself, it's not going to stay on. It'll eventually, and if you use the hot glue, well, that comes off too. So I used both, and that seemed to work really nice for me. All right, and we're going to do the big buttons next. Right here. All right, so another thing we're gonna do, I'm still waiting for the carrot because it's in the oven. So I'm not gonna do the nose and the lips until a little bit after. However, what I can start to do is I've also used, I want you to be careful because it makes a big mess here. I'm just gonna put glue so it looks like snow drifts all along the edges. And put some on here. And then I'm gonna put, show you what's next in a minute. Let's get this all on here, all the way around to look like snow drifts. And what I would do after is just use a sealer, a spray sealer if you want, so that give it extra hold so it won't come off. Now right now I'm going to see what it looks like, and then we'll add some more glue. But I'm going to put it all along the edge. Okay, and this one too. Okay, right around here. And on the bottom. So it looks like I said, snow drifts all on here. Alright. If you want to add a little more, go ahead, come back and touch it up, which I'm probably going to do. So I think there's spots that I didn't really get that good. So I think, because I'm waiting for the nose, I don't want to do the mouth yet. I think what I'm going to do is the arms next. So I took a bunch of stems, I'll see which one I like, and just cut it down. And you kind of bring the stem over like this. So I'm going to cut this down a bit. There we go, let's see if I can find two. I was out in the garden looking for sticks for this craft. I don't know if I like it this way or this way. That looks pretty good, I think. And I want to get one for the other side, which I kind of like. Let's see. Yep, I might have to cut this one down, but that's going to look cute. This one a little bit more to the side. All right, so I am going to do two things with this too. I'm going to hold it in place with the glue gun, but the glue gun doesn't stay really good on this tin, so that's why, again, I keep saying the type of glue I'm using, because it'll hold it in place even better and long term for you. I'm going to, again, like I told you, this will not stay up, because a lot of times on tin, when you use hot glue, it won't work right. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, which will take probably 24 hours to dry, but you won't even see it, and it'll let an extra strength in the arm. And over here, do the same stuff. This glue is, I swear by it, with metal and stuff. I've never used it before until this project, and I'm very impressed with this glue. Really, really nice glue. I'm gonna go check on my nose, but in the meantime, I'm gonna show you what I did for the scarf. It's a piece that's 13 inches by 1.5 inches long, and it's felt, or you can use any material. It's a little rough, but I kind of like this part coming apart. It's kind of like the threading of it looks cool. Just touch it up a bit with some scissors. All right, and then I took it and sliced about an inch, half inch, all the way little sections on here. Now we're going to tie this up around its neck, like it's the little scarf. Now I might have to make some adjustments when I put the mouth on, but the scarf's not in its way. Let's see. Over here. There we go. Oh, that looks cute. But I'm going to show you how to do the hat that I did. So this piece was 6 inches by 9 3/4, and I took a pair of, you don't have to do this, but I just like the edging. I took a pair of zigzag scissors and cut all along here. Now what we're going to do is take some glue, hot glue, and go right along here, the edge. Instead of sewing it, it's a quick way of just using this hot glue and putting it together. Match the edges. Right, let's take it away. And okay, so you're going to take it like that, let it sit for a little bit, because then we're going to flip it inside out once the glue has dried. Get all my mess out of the way here. It's still warm. Let's see if we can flip it without pulling apart. Just give it a couple more seconds. All right, we need it. We'll use the touch-up glue, but this is going to be at the back of your snowman anyway. So let's see. We'll go like this, and what you're going to do is flip it upside down to give it like a real hat, where it has that rim to it, and like this, and we're gonna go do that. An elastic, and I used an elastic like this. I'll take it off the camera, and I tightened it up really good. There we go. One more, and right now, let's check this out. Put it to the back. That's looking good. Now I didn't like this elastic. You can do a small elastic, but what I did was I knew I was going to decorate it anyways with something else. So right now I'm going to sit there and cut lengths down here like this. This looks cute. I think I'm going to trim it down though. I think it's a little bit too tall, but see, look at that. Look at that. Let's cut it down just a bit because I think it's a little too high. I got too big. Like I said, you fluff that up. If you find it too big, which I might trim it down in a minute, but right now, next thing, I'm going to pull it in because this elastic is going to get tightened up by this, which I thought was cute. I used a twine, put a big bell, and I'm going to go on this side of it, and the twine, keep on going a couple times around it. Voila, covers the elastic, and it looks quite cute. All right, and fluff it up a bit. And another thing, I was going to add a little bit. I have two things to decide from this button, which I thought that was cute. Might be a bit too big, or I think this little snowflake might do the trick, and I think that's what I'm going to use. A little snowflake. We're going to put a little bit of hot glue somewhere in there. I think looks good. Let's see. Yeah, that's cute. So again, this one's the part that you have to be careful with because the nose is heavy with the clay. So I might have to put this down and let it dry for a couple minutes because that's the part is the worst one I did of all. So I'm gonna put this down, and I think I'm gonna have to hold it for a second. Let's see. Okay, that's looking good. So I'm going to do the same thing for my mouth, but I use these pink little buttons. And we're going to start, I think 3 will do the trick. Again, I had to use some of the glue, E6000, with the combination of, watch yourself, because this is really, I found, you burn yourself real easy on this baby. Okay, I think what I got to do now, I'm going to touch up the cheek with some pastel, just a bit. Oh, it's cold outside, so I'm going to make it have a little bit of cheeks. More. Of course, I could like rub it, but it might, see, it tends to get a little too dark if you do that. But you could go like this and take some off with your brush. Oh, this is looking so adorable. And what I did was, I'm not going to show you on film how I did this. I'm going to show you what I used. I did a little sign, and I had these, but of course you could use anything. I found these little clips, which were cute, with no chalk in here. And I'm going to show you, I actually painted it all white, the whole thing. And I used these sticks. So I went like, I took this and glued it on here. Let's stick it on there like that. Painted the whole thing white, all this and this. Then I came back and put some black on it. And then on a piece of paper, I wrote the sign. Well, you're gonna see what I did with the sign next. But again, you can use anything. Like, this is what I had, and I did another one and I used different signs, but I think it came out pretty cute. Here it is, right here. And it says, let it snow. So it was all white. I put a little, I want to use some glue, and this is what my snowman is going to hold up right in here somewhere. So I need the hot glue, and we're going to put it right in here somewhere that he can hold his sign. Or her sign, yeah, his or her. Yep. Well, in the meantime, I got ready and made another one because I had so much fun with this craft. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if so, please give me a like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. And for now, see you soon. Take care. Bye.